Yo, what's up, guys? How are we doing today? The setup's a little different, not too much. Sean's keeping us up to date about the grandma salt situation. Happy Friday. So you guys, some of you guys are going to notice that I started this live at 11 like I planned, and then I had to jump on a call for work, so and then it was an hour, but then it went an hour and a half. But anyway, here we are. We are going at it, streaming for about an hour to answer some questions. But there's only a few people hanging out. I think everyone got mad at me because I waited so long to start, or maybe there's such a big delay. What is going on right now? Oh, there we go. What's up, super cool? So we got Sean, we got hello, we got somebody else in here. I think I saw Beekzot. Beekzot, how are you, man? Is that Jacob? Beekzot, are you Jacob? I don't know if you're Jacob or not. There's a kid named Jacob, BZ, which that would make sense because he likes to say beaks. I don't know why. That's kind of his thing on TikTok. He posts the funniest stuff, man. I wish this wasn't so delayed because like I'm watching it live and then I can see what it's way delayed. Hey Sean, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate you. Woo! What should we go get for lunch today? Whenever someone donates money, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go get some lunch. Wait, why did Sean donate 5? He said for some regular salt not made from his grandma. Sean, remember though, the good news is you're going to get a good ditch out of that. So ditch construction has begun. But yeah, I don't imagine the table salt's very good, man. I skate's bike broke. I skate, you got to change your name to I bike instead of I skate. And then I think you'll be a little bit better off. Maybe your bike won't break. You probably jinxed it for sure. What do you guys think about my new lamp? Can you see it? Do you like that or no? I was going to get a different one, right? Like a normal lamp. And then I was like, this one looks kind of cool, but it changes colors. I think that's a good color for it. But I wanted something other than like the LED lights because they're just not very, they don't look bad, but they don't look great. And so I was like, let's get a lamp just to add some little color in the background. So I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. I'm curious because maybe I'm going to buy a different lamp now. Whatever you guys say goes. Beekza is not Jacob. Okay. And then Alex says, have you ever done a 540 tail whip? Tail whip. No, I've never done a 540 tail whip. That seems absolutely crazy. I don't think that is a thing that I will ever be able to do. Now, I can try. So Kevin, one of the homies in El Paso, he's just crazy. Like he sends the craziest things. And he was working on 5 whips. And it's really weird because I feel like he just barely learned 3 whips. He did a 5 whip, slipped pedals, and like punched himself in the nose. I swear to God, his nose was crooked after that. It started bleeding. It was pretty crazy. And I was like, bro, you are insane. So we got 5 likes already on the stream. I've got maybe if we post about it on, Instagram, all that good stuff. Maybe more people will come watch out. What's up, Bizzle? How you been, man? I haven't seen you on a hot minute. You ended up moving, right? Or did you not move? I don't remember. I wouldn't move away from New York. I feel like that's a pretty good spot. You're like best homies with Panza. It seems like a good deal. Playing from do you guys hear Alexa talking to me? Hold on, we gotta post something on here on the YouTubes. There we go. Or on the Instagrams, I guess. Hey, Alex is gonna teach me how to 540 tail whip. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you. I hope I can learn the 540 tail whip. Bizzle has not moved. Dang. Yeah, it's weird. So you hopped in. I haven't had you in the chat for a while, and then we had oh my God, what is his name? Donovan, I think. I can't remember his username though. Anyway, it's cool to have people back in here. Oh my gosh. Ich Habdai Mail and Hearn Prof Un Peter Geschik says hi. Can you tell me about seats? Is it matter? It doesn't really matter. I mean, I used to go for the lightest seat possible, so it'd be like a plastic seat, not very comfortable, right? But it would save some weight. And then I was like, the amount of weight it saves isn't worth the lack of comfort that you get. So then I just bought a nice padded seat. I think Fit has some of the best. Like you can get big padded seats, but then you don't necessarily get, some of them aren't comfortable. One of these Fit ones that I've had, it's from a Complete Bike, super comfortable. It's a Pivotal, but it's amazing. And so, yeah, just, I mean, get a seat that you like that feels comfortable, but I don't really have too much input. I don't even know what Fit seat I have. Bizzle, I want to come up and ride some streets with you guys. That would be super fun. Like, so my birthday's in a few weeks and I want to take off 10 days. Okay. I feel like there's something on my screen and it looks like I have like a mole on my face. Anyway, I want to take off like 10 days for my birthday and just like have $500, okay, and do a video and see how far across the country I can get on my $500, and just kind of it'd be like vlog type thing every day. It's like, hey, today I'm leaving here, or what if I live streamed it every night and let you guys decide where I was going next. It's like, okay, I'm in Denver today, like where am I going tomorrow? And then you guys pick, and then I go, ooh, okay, I'm going over here. That'd be so fun. And then we'll see if I run out of money, see what happens. Like, oh my God, my car broke. So now all my $500 is going on this. That'd just be a lot of fun. So I want to do something like that, but I'm not sure where I want to go. I really want to go east because the last few trips I've taken have been over to like San Diego and LA, and I love it over there, but I'm bored. So I either want to go north or east, but that's going to be a fun thing coming up in September, I think. Oh, you're welcome, Jared. I'm glad you got the stickers. Yeah, look, you guys, the stickers used to be here, and I took off the stickers, the sheet to send to Jared and to send to Gabe. I need to order more stickers, actually. Don't let me forget. Order more stickers. And so now I don't have any. Like, not even, those were version 1. Those were the first ones I ever had. They were just hanging there for decoration. Now they're gone. So those are special ones, Jared and Gabe, if you ever see this. And yeah, enjoy the stickers. Send me the pictures where you end up putting them. The Go Fast sticker is a good one. Doja Germ says, have you ever seen Chinese Complete Bikes? I can send you the links if you are interested to see. It comes with full chromoly parts, double wall rims, sealed, everything at 300. Yeah, I'd be interested to check that out. I'm sure it's very similar to the bikes that companies buy, right? And then they just mark it up. And so, but yeah, send me because I'm curious and I need it for a project I'm working on. So definitely send that over. What's up, Gabe? Gabe, were you here when we were talking about the stickers? Oh, yeah. He says will do. So he's going to send some stickers. That's cool. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we talked about the Chinese bikes. Bizzle says come to Dawn of the Streets next year. Okay, we'll come next year for sure. I want to be able to go to like Swamp Fest and all these other contests. And eventually, if the blog starts like making enough money for it, that's kind of what it was designed for. It was like, I'll just create this, use the money I make so I can travel and go to different events. And so I got a whole year to plan for it. Dude, it looked so fun. Like your clips and everyone else's clips from it were amazing. Oh, Robert's talking that I'm not a real BMXer. Hold on. Let's see what Robert's got to say. Do you know what BMX Dancer is? BMX Dancer. Who is BMX Dancer? It's bicycle motocross. Would you promote is freestyle. If you're a true BMX, or you will start promoting racing also and talking about it and the people that do it. Last race I was at National. We had 2,500 participants, kids, adults, even grandparents. Robert, that is crazy. 2,500 participants. Good deal, man. So here's the deal. Racing is very cool. Racing's been around for a long time, well respected. We like racing. I don't watch racing. Anytime I went to the track to try and race, like I crashed because I thought you jump it like normal jumps and you don't. So that's not very fun. But I don't know anything about racing, so it's kind of ignorant for me to act like I know everything about racing and tell you guys which race bikes to buy and all that nonsense if I don't know anything about it. If I went in the mountain bike world, I'd make way more money than I do talking about BMX, but I don't know anything about mountain bikes, so I'm not going to pretend like I do. And it's the same way with racing. Freestyle is my thing. I've been doing it for well over 10 years, so I know a lot about it. Not so much about racing. So that's kind of why the content is geared towards freestyle. And yeah, maybe one day I'll learn about racing, or Robert, you could go ahead and start Robster Bob and do racing content. Wouldn't that be cool? Robster Bob. I like it. But congrats at Nationals. Did you win? How'd you do? Let us know. I'm very curious. Jared knew the stickers came from the wall because of the sticky corner. Yep, they came right off of the whiteboard. So, but I need to order more. I need to do some different designs. James bought one of the shirts I have now. So I had a guy on Fiverr do a new design, and I think it turned out kind of cool. It's the new logo that I've been using, actually, because the old one I created like 2 years ago, and I just like threw something together at Woodward. I was sitting at Woodward, and I just was like, oh, I'm going to take this. It's going to be part of a sprocket. We're going to say Dougster Bob. And that's kind of how it ended up. And then I was like, it's okay. Like, it's okay, but it's not great. And so we had a couple people do some designs. One guy totally missed the mark, but he was a lot less expensive than the other guy that was more expensive, but he did a much better job. So that's kind of the one I went with. I'm going to try and find the shirt to send to you guys. Why was I talking about that? Oh, sticker designs. Yeah, because I want to come up with more designs. It's hard for me. I don't understand how, like Adam LZ, right? Or Panzer. How do they come up with all of those different designs? I don't get it. Anyway, this is the new shirt design. You guys got to let me know what you think about it. And then let me know, because I want to do more sticker designs. And if you have any good ideas, let me know that also. ZZCA Juarez says, I want to upgrade my bike. Do you think I should upgrade my frame to 4130 Chromoly? Is it good? Well, yes. Chromoly is the only way to go, really, especially if it's an upgrade. Like upgrading your bike to a high tensile steel frame or tri-moly or anything like that is not really an upgrade. So you want to upgrade your bike. There's a handful of different options. Some you get heat treated, some you get double butted tubing, some you get gussets, some get all three, some get a warranty. So it depends on how much you spend on that upgrade. But when you go from high tensile steel to chromoly, the metal's a lot stiffer and a lot more stronger. I guess not more stronger, a lot stronger. So it's going to last a lot longer. Stronger, longer. I'm rhyming now. But yeah, definitely upgrade it if you're at the level where you feel like it's worth it. If you're just going to throw out $200 or $400 into a new frame, and then you're going to quit riding, well, that's kind of a silly idea. So, I hope that makes sense. But chromoly all the way. I think Jared said that on here. Yeah, chromoly or bust. Okay, Jared's not making much progress on the bike lately, but he got under 240 pounds and been working a lot on flexibility. The biggest thing, Jared, is the bike control, right? So the more time you spend on the bike cruising and building up like the just everything about it, like understanding what happens when you shift your weight, where your balance point goes, where all that goes. Spending time on the bike builds that bike control. So then later on, the progression will come a lot easier. But dude, just keep putting in work and don't worry about it. Like your progress is with yourself, right? Like if I compare my level of progress to Logan Martin, I'm going to feel pretty shitty about myself because I'm like, damn, I'm not very good. But if I compare where I'm at right now to where I was last year, it's like, hey, I definitely made a lot of progress on the bike, in health, in all those different aspects. So just keep it like, that's what's cool about BMX is because the results you put into it are what you get out of it. And it doesn't really rely on anyone else. So look at where you were a few months ago, right? I'm sure you made some progress there. So that's a good way to do it. Hey, what's up? BMX Sickness. What is your real name? I can't remember your real name. Do I even know your real name? I probably don't. How you doing, man? Glad you're hopping on the live. Hey, I was just thinking, the guy from Harvester reached out. He's in Canada. He's going to come on one of the live streams with me, but I'm definitely down to have more people. And if you want to hop on BMX Sickness and you want to answer some questions with me, that would be a lot of fun. So it'd kind of be like the one with Nick. But when it's just me doing it, it's just me talking a lot, and it's kind of hard. My mouth gets dry, all that stuff. So I'd love to have you you hop on and we could do a Q&A. Maybe I do it every Friday. So if you ever have a time on Friday, shoot me an email and let me know. Also, when's the new newsletter coming out? Is that still a thing? Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? Jeff's popping in from Facebook. That is cool. I love to see. This is cool. It's been the coolest investment I made with this Streamlabs thing because I can stream on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and then I just have to talk, and that's pretty easy. But I want to watch the stream on Twitch, see if there's anyone watching. Usually there's not, but I get a few subscribers. I don't know if Twitch is really the way to go. Yeah, I don't know. Brian. Okay, yeah. I knew it was Brian too, and I just couldn't even think of it. Brian spelt with a Y. Okay. Oh, man. I love all these questions, guys. Young Caesar says, is titanium good? And I actually want to bring this up because it's crazy that this came up. What do you know? So Mike Laird, my long-lost uncle, just kidding, I'm not really related to him. He makes titanium frames, but he also welds chromoly frames, okay? And Mike Varga posted a picture of his broken titanium Laird frame. Can you see this? You see that? It's pretty broken. Look at the focus on this camera. God damn, I'm impressed. Anyway, so that's his broken frame. It's like $2,500. It's a $2,500 frame. It snapped on him. Probably all the hard work he did when he was doing the spinny things for the X Games, okay? But this is Mike Varga after his frame broke. Doesn't look very fun, does it? And then this is also him after his frame broke. Can you see it? Come on, camera. So anyway, Mike Varga didn't have a very good day. And what I wanted to talk about is, I don't know, they kind of called out Mike Laird, and one of his friends posted it, said, at Mike Laird, this broken frame. That's going to happen. Like, frames are going to break. Stuff happens, especially when you're riding at that level. And it's really unfortunate when you're doing something freaking crazy and then it breaks. And that's why in one of the podcast episodes, Barrick and I talked about an interview that our BMX did with someone, and he was saying that he replaces his parts like every 6 months, regardless. Like me, I always check. I'm like, okay, no cracks. I think I'm good. And I keep riding it. But these pros, they replace their parts every 6 months. Granted, they don't have to pay for it, but still, they'll replace them every 6 months so that they don't have that happen to them. And I guess if you're riding a $2,500 frame, you probably don't want to replace that every 6 months. And so you ride it till the wheels fall off, and that's where it gets you. Now, is it Mike Laird's fault? Is it titanium's fault? I don't know. I don't think titanium is... There's a good amount of riders riding titanium, but if you're not perfectly smooth and clean, it seems weaker. I mean, not necessarily the material, but the welds. I don't know. I'm not a welder, but there's a different way that you need to weld it and put it together. And I just don't think it's as strong as chromoly. Like, it hasn't been figured out as much either. Like, we haven't been making titanium frames as long as chromoly frames. So I'm not fully sure about all that, but titanium's great sometimes. I had tie spokes. They lasted me a few years. They did okay. I had a titanium spindle on my Profile cranks. It lasted me about a year, and then it broke. Profile said, well, we don't have a warranty on that because that doesn't happen. Like, these parts don't break. And I said, whatever. And then I bought another titanium spindle from a guy at Woodward, and then broke that in a year. So for some people, I guess it's okay. But for me, I think if I had a tie bike, I would just totally destroy it. And it's so expensive. And I talked about this before with, what was it? Was it tie again last live? But essentially, if you are riding at the level where you're doing like double backflips, right? 720s, 720 whip to bar, like Logan Martin level, okay? if you're riding at that level or getting close to that level, upgrading a lot of tie to make that bike just a couple pounds lighter is going to help you out, because the rolling, what do you call that? Rotational weight and things like that are going to be, it's just going to be a lot easier to maneuver the bike. But if you're just working on bunny hops and 180s and things like that, spending all that money to upgrade to tie is going to be a waste of money and a waste of time, because you're not going to see that many gains from it. So that's the best way to put it. Just chilling. I think I missed your question accidentally, man. He says, what you think about the 2022 Kink Switch? I love the Kink Switch. I'm sad that it's $100 more than it was last year, but the Switch was one of my favorite bikes because you get full chromoly, double wall rims, free coaster, and pegs and hub guards. So it comes for street right out of the box. And the only other bikes that really do that are the Sabrosa Letum, the We the People Battleship, and most of the bikes other than the Switch and the Letum are a few $100s more expensive that come for street right out of the box. Does that make any sense? So I really like the Switch. I think it's a good value. Like, you get a good bike for what you pay. Riley Wetmore says, what is the first trick you learned? I don't know, probably bunny hops. Yeah, it'd have to be bunny hops. I like to try fakies, so I'd run into the back of my mom's car and then pull back and start to fakie. That's how I learned fakies. She wasn't very impressed, but that's how I did it. The mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. But yeah, fakies, bunny hops. Then, because you need those two things to learn 180s, right? And you need 180s to learn 360s. And then you can practice foot jams on the ground so that you can do foot jam tail whips. And they all build together, but it all starts off with, I think, fakies and bunny hops. Yeah. Riley says, what brand do you ride? Right now I'm riding mostly Colony. Colony profile. Yeah, mostly Colony. Hello, Aaron. I see you pop in here. I see it on the little preview, but not in the comments. I haven't gotten that far yet, but how are you doing, man? Jansko. I don't know. I hope I'm saying your name right. He says, hello, I'm 5'1". I have a cult access right now. I'm thinking of buying a tall order 187 frame, 19.75 top tube, or should I buy a Fly Supernova? For your height, man, definitely go with the 19.75. I think the Supernova is an incredible bike. Like, it's literally one of the best things you can get if you're a smaller rider. But since you're 5'1", and I'm assuming you're still growing, like maybe you're a midget and you're done there. If you're done there, get the Fly Supernova. But if you're still growing, get the 19.75 or a 20.00. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find a like a high quality 20-inch top tube bike or 19.75, but it'll be fine because you probably don't weigh very much and you're pretty small. You're going to be fine as you progress, and then when you get taller, you'll be able to upgrade to a 20.5-inch bike with full chromoly. So I think that's definitely the best way to go. Hey, what's up, Jake? Hello, Zozo. All right, Bizzle has a question. How would going from a 52 millimeter stem to 43 millimeter stem change up the bike? I have the S&M Enduro in 52 millimeter now, but want to get the Colt Max VU stem in 43 millimeter. Wow, that is a big difference, 10 millimeters. The biggest difference there, let's see. So you're on a longer stem, and what that's going to do is it's going to have, it's so hard to like put it because you got to imagine a circle. But anyway, okay. I just got to get my thoughts in here. You have a longer stem, okay? And when you turn, it's a lot less responsive. So you turn your bars, say this much, okay? And it doesn't initially react right away because it's farther out here. So the turn radius is a lot wider, I guess. That's a good way to put it, the turning radius. So you turn it a little bit and it's a lot more mellow. So generally that's the type of riding you'd want, or the type of geometry you'd want for like flowy trail riding, right? And going like Corey Walsh style stuff where you're at high speeds. And if you're going 100 miles an hour on a bike and you have a really responsive front end and you turn it this much, it's going to catch and just like whew, super quick. So you want that longer thing to feel more controlled and be more flowy. When you go shorter, one thing happens that a lot of people don't know, but bar spins get easier. Bar spins are going to get a lot easier with that shorter thing because it's closer. So the radius again is smaller. But the main thing that happens is the responsiveness in the turns. You turn it that same amount that you would have with the longer one, and then it instantly reacts a lot quicker. So that's going to be the main thing. More snappy, more responsive with your steering and your front end. And bar spins. Whoa, BMX Sickness is going to hit me up with some stickers. If you guys want some stickers, he's always hooking people up. But yeah, bros, email me or I'll email you. I need to write it down so I don't forget. Hold on. Oh no. I lost my lid. Anyway, okay, cool. St. Peter says, question, what are your opinions on Miracle? That I have not been asked before, and I really don't have a solid answer for you, man. Yeah, I don't know what they're up to right now. I haven't looked. I'd assume, now this is just assumption because I haven't looked at their bikes and their prices or anything, but I'd assume that they are very similar to like SE in terms of their prices. So I think SE is a little bit overpriced for the quality that they're providing. And I would assume Miraco's the same, but I'm not really sure because I haven't looked up their bikes, actually. No idea. So I'll have to do some research and I will let you know. Bizzle also says, how much would it change going from Animal 9-inch to 9.5-inch Empire State bars? If you're just talking about the rise, I think it's going to feel weird, but I only ride 9-inch bars right now, or 8.9. I'm going to go taller, probably 9.25, but when you go higher, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable standing on the bike and cruising on the bike, but you're going to have more leverage. So if you are tightening a wheel, okay, like you work in a car shop, okay, let's say, and you have a ratchet this long and you're tightening a wheel, you have a hell of a time doing it. But when you have a ratchet this long, you have a lot more leverage, so it's a lot easier. And that's the same thing with your bars. So when your bars are super tall, you have a lot more leverage when you're pulling back. So it's going to pull back a lot easier. It's going to loop out a lot easier, which is good and bad, right? It could be good if you're trying to loop out. It could be bad if you don't have that control. But that's basically the biggest difference. So going half an inch taller, you're going to have a little bit more leverage when you're pulling back. So it's going to be easier. Just Chillin' says, Kink Switch 2021 or 2022. If you can find a 2021, go with it because it's going to be a lot cheaper. And the quality's, as far as I can tell, identical. They're pretty much the same. The colors are different. I think the 2022 color looks better, but quality-wise, they're going to be very identical. So go with the 2021 because it's going to be cheaper. Wara says, I'm going to get the Chromoly frame, but I'm going to need to buy double wall rims too. What do you think? Yeah, definitely do that. I think that's a very good idea. If you're asking for what I think about like what rims to get, I don't have too much good answer for you because there's so many different options and generally they're going to be the same. They're about the same. Bizzle says, what do you think on... Bizzle's got a lot of questions today. Full link versus half link chains. Half link chains are the best way to go. That's what I've like always rode, is a half link because I got tired of pedaling real fast, snapping my chain, smacking my knee on the stem and dying. And that happens a lot more with like cheap full link chains than I haven't snapped a Shadow half link ever. And I've had one for like 3 years and this other one for 2 years. So I replaced it because it started making squeaky sounds, but it hasn't snapped. That's definitely the way to go. Not even a question. Jared, good luck selling your house and finding a place to live. Are you going to stay in Phoenix or are you going to move to like Florida? I want to live in Florida. Well, or San Diego. I don't know. Jared's in the office right now watching the live. Guys, Riley is asking if you haven't answered in here already. Riley says, I just started riding and I want to know what are some good brands to ride. So throw in the chat what your favorite brands are. I'm curious to hear. I always do some surveys and like try and get your guys' input, but help Riley out. I've been riding Colony forever, so that's kind of my thing. Colony was my last build and I really love it. So I've had a lot of success with Colony and not very much braking. Hey, what's up, Thomas or Michael? How you doing, man? Hey, we just talked about, so Michael is one of the guys in bike school. He posted in there about snapping his chain and hitting his knee, and I was just talking about that. So hope you're all good, man. Or did you snap your chain or snap your sprocket? How did that work? Yeah, Bizzle says ride Colt. Bizzle's a huge Colt fan. Aaron says, do you know Barrick's setup and how are the major differences between yours and his? Barrick rides more narrow bars that are also a little bit taller than me. I think his frame geometry is kind of close. His chainstay might be a little more responsive. And then he rides a free coaster with pegs and does a lot of crank flips. That's pretty much the main difference. Skilo says, what size bars should I pick if I'm 6'2"? I think you should go around 9.5 to 10 inch. What's up, Rodolfo? How you doing, man? Glad you're here on the live. JDA has a Thai water bottle. I love that. Tugin Chenza says, my parents didn't support me. I'm the unluckiest person in the world. That's kind of sad. I hear about a lot of kids that their parents are not down for BMX. So I'm really fortunate that they weren't like super supportive. They're like, okay, go ride your bike. Like, leave me alone. Go ride your bike. Not really. They didn't hate me, but no, you know what? My mom was super supportive. They bought me a bike for my 13th birthday because I said, hey, I want a bike. And they said, okay. And they got me one. So like without them, my family is super supportive. I lied. My grandparents, when I was here in high school, my grandma would take me to the skate park every day and sit on the phone for 2 hours while I rode and then, bring me back home. And it's like, without that, I wouldn't have been able to progress at all. So you need to have somebody who supports you. If it's not going to be your parents though, maybe you can find a friend, right, that you can ride with. I had older friends when I was in middle school that would take me on road trips and like older friends in high school that would take me on road trips. So look for those friends, be a good human and you'll make good friends and then you're good. But it might not be your parents. Your parents might be busy too. Oh my God, so many questions. What? Alex, you're tripping, man. Alex says, do you know how to ride backwards? If not, I would love to teach you. The world record is 209 miles. There's no way someone rode backwards for 209 miles. Oh my God, guys, the comments, I'm at the very end of what it's showing me on here and they're getting pushed up. So I'm going to miss some of your questions. If that's the case, if I miss your question, just throw it back in, okay? Because I want to get to all of these questions. I love you guys. I'm glad you're here hanging out with me on your Friday. So that's fun. Riley says, how old were you when you started riding? So I was 13 when my parents got me that BMX bike. And that's pretty much when I started. I had a Walmart bike a little bit before that I try and bunny hop and do some jumps on. Look, you guys think it's so easy, but it really is not. Like on that Walmart bike, I tried to hop up a curb and I went really fast and hopped up the curb and then ran into a flower pot and went over the bars. It was a disaster. Okay. So it happens to the best of us. 13, I'm almost 25. So that's how long I've been riding. It's crazy, but you got to start somewhere and you got to understand you're going to suck. You're going to start out, you're going to suck. And then that's just how it happens. Now, I really want to read Blake. Thank you so much for the $2, man. I appreciate you. Glad to see you again, too. Blake hasn't been on the live in a hot minute. He's been dating the girlfriend and scooter riding and all that stuff. So I went over to the YouTube chat real quick because I just wanted to see Gabe's comment as it left. Gabe is one of our bike school members along with Jared. Oh, hold on. We're getting close. Hey, I see Jake in here. What's up, Jake? Okay, Gabe is heading out to celebrate his 10-year wedding anniversary. Gabe, congrats, man. Good job on the 10 years. Happy wife equals happy life. You seem like such a humble, chill guy. So go have a lot of fun, okay? Anyway, what else do we got? Oh, my God. Hey, Jared. Jared said, what happens earlier? What's up, Jared? How you been? Glad you're here finally. So what happened earlier is I planned to do the live at 10. Or 11. I started the live at 11 and then I got a text saying, hey, can you hop on this conference call? And I said, okay. So I hopped on the conference call instead of doing the live. So we just pushed the live back a little bit, but here we are. We're here now. It's okay. Dang, Blake, you're working too. You're a busy man. Lucas was right on. I'm sorry, Lucas. I know I let you guys down. But I had to do some work stuff. I just got done with the most stressful thing of my life. I had to go to, so they flew me to Phoenix for an interview, and it was like a panel interview with 7 super important people at work. And I had to present, which I'm not very good at, but I kind of just treated it like a live, and then I had to answer questions. And again, I just treated it like a live. It's like when you guys ask me a question and I just, I think about it and then I come up with an answer. It's the same thing, but Jesus Christ, it was the most stressful thing ever. I think Hazard rims, Rodolfo, are definitely going to be better than the Merit ones for sure. Owen says, what do you think about the Sabrosa Tyro XL? I would not buy the Sabrosa Tyro. Don't tell Sabrosa I said this, but it's just not very good quality and it's a little bit overpriced. You could find a better quality kink or something like that in the 21-inch top tube for just a little more money, but it's going to be a lot better quality. So if you're going to spend hundreds of dollars, you should get a better quality bike. The only reason I would suggest anyone to get the Tyro is if it's the Tyro XXL, like the 21.33-inch top tube, because that's a really hard size to find, especially for really tall people getting into the sport. And so it's like, hey, you have to get that because that's pretty much your only option if you're super tall. If you're not super tall and you just need a 21-inch top tube, which is what the XL is, then you can get better quality. Oh, Blake's super thankful for the chain. Dude, yeah, not a problem. It was good. Like, I just want to get you guys on the bike. And like, I just bought a helmet for one of the friends in El Paso yesterday because he's kind of sketched out. This crazy thing happened. And I was like, hey, I make a little bit of money from YouTube. I can throw that to help people ride, right? And it's like, why not? That's my whole goal, right? Is to grow the sport. So if you can't ride without a chain and I don't give you a chain, then I'm not helping grow the sport. So boom, get you a chain, get homie a helmet, get you on the bike, and life is good. Well, I got to drink water. Yeah, so if you've reached your max height at 5'1", I feel like the Supernova would be awesome just because. Here's why. Who said that? Oh, in the comment. Oh, Jansko. Jankso. You got to tell me how to say your name too. No, I'd go with the Fly because for that, I mean, let me double check the tall order. Tall order is not, tall order is okay. Hold on, let's check because I might be ignorant. I don't know. I might be ignorant. The Fly is full chromoly with double wall rims. Like, it's exceptional quality. It's like the same quality as probably a $600 20.5-inch BMX bike, like the Sunday Street Sweeper or the King Cloud or something like that. So that would be the best thing for you, unless this tall order frame or this tall order bike is the same quality, which I really doubt it is, because nobody makes high quality bikes in that that size. There's a really small guy in Chandler. His name's Kyle Morris. Guy kills it. Okay, he's so good, and he rides like a custom 18-inch, but like double bars, right? Whips, 3 whips. He's so good, and so you can progress to that level definitely. If you're done growing at 5'1", you're just gonna have to like eventually upgrade the bike to an aftermarket 18-inch. But I think that's the best way to go. You can also get 18.5-inch frames. I'm not sure if the Supernova is 18.5 or 18. I think it's 18. Oh, Keith threw me $5 and said, "Can you do a quick review on the Colony premise?" Keith, that video's uploading like today, so it'll be out in a few days once the HD version processes. But it's done and it's uploading, and I'm really impressed with the premise. I'll give you a little tip. We love the premise. But yeah, go with the Fly Supernova, okay? But yeah, Keith, that'll be up in a few days. Thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate you. All right, we got the assistant Lucas in here. Lucas is throwing in all the answers for me. We love Lucas. Blake, because you've been talking about having your girlfriend for a while. You come in like on the live last time. I think you said, "Hey, I got to go hang out with my girlfriend, so I'm leaving." It's like, okay, Blake. Blake's got a girlfriend now. A job, a girlfriend. God, a busy guy. He's a busy guy. Matt says, "Hey man, love the channel. I learned a lot so far. Can't wait to start BMX when I get a bike." Matt, welcome to the BMX world. You're going to love it. It's going to change your life. You're going to meet the coolest homies. You're going to have fun. You're going to get hurt. You're going to be sad. But, you know, all in all, it's a great experience. So I'm hyped that you're in the sport. Matt, let me ask you a question. What bike did you get? Serge says tomorrow can't come soon enough. Serge, you ended up with the look, this is, I hope my memory is good. Last time I said my memory is good because I said Super Noob Smith was riding the the Mongoose Legion, but it was Ice to Flock. And then he commented and said, "Your memory sucks." And I said, "Oh my God, you're right." But anyway, Serge, you got the Sunday Soundwave, right? I think I remember. Good job. I'm excited for you. I can't wait till you get your bike. All right, I'm just reading through some the comments. Blake has a scooter sponsor now. Blake, you are pretty good on the scooter, not gonna lie. Whenever I'm on the Dougster Bob account and I look at it, I'm like, yo, Blake's been killing it. Lucas says, "Wait, are you the BMX sickness from the Facebook group?" Yeah, that's Brian. That's his group. Brian is a pretty good moderator, not gonna lie. Brian is always on it, on that group. Like any kind of nonsense, he's like, He puts so much time into that group. It's crazy. Oh, good. Let's read Rodolfo's story, okay? I think I could imagine. This is, oh, shoot. This is Rodolfo. And he says, "So I went up a hill, and I was riding down. And my chain snapped and my fork broke, and I half jumped off my rock with the bike." Rodolfo, that's a terrible story, man. I hope obviously you're still kicking, so that's good. But don't do that. Try not to do that. Aaron's from Perth, Australia, dropping in after just started riding again at 30. After a 12-year break, been enjoying it, trying to build up the confidence on the bike, slow and steady. Aaron, so Gabe was in here, so is Jared and Rodney. We have a lot of older guys that have gotten back into the sport that are like, love the channel because you get that progression tips from me. So welcome to the channel, man. I'm really glad you're a part of the community and glad you're getting back on the bike. Here's the thing. There's two things, right? There's people brand new into the sport that are younger and brand new into the sport that are older. And we need both because the older guys have really good insight of what like BMX was back in the day. And then the newer guys like have no idea and they're kind of steering it in a different direction. So the older guys can kind of give it guidance and like input. And it's really cool to see them mesh together because all in all, we all just want to have fun on our bike, right? So it's cool to get together with all these different people getting into the sport. Glad you're here, Aaron. Oh, yeah, Dogerin, it won't let you throw me links in the comment, I guess, because you're trying to scam me, or whatever. But here, let's see, email me at this email. Just send me an email to that email address and I can, look at it. Okay. Look at the link you're trying to send. Dodge Durham. All right, Blake had to go. So I did the thing for the lens. Jared, I appreciate you. So this is this is the lens that I got with your money because it's a 30 millimeter and it's a lot better than the fisheye. The fisheye is good for bike clips and stuff. This one's perfect for this. Appreciate you. All right, Matt's 6'2" and shopping for a used BMX. Think a 20.75 would be okay, or should I hold out for a 21? I think the 21 is going to be better just because it's going to feel more comfortable. You're going to be fine if you get a 20.75. It's going to be really responsive for you, but it wouldn't be as comfortable. And I rode a smaller frame for a while too, and I'm 6'4", and I'm like, once I switch to a 21, which I should be on a 21.25 or 21.5, but once I switched to a 21, it was like a world of difference. So I think the 21 would be a lot better for you. Huh. 3BDBD says, what do you think about framed BMX bikes? I don't know a lot about framed, except that I want to say they're very similar to like Mafia and Elite in that aspect of their business model, is that they're not like a core BMX brand. So they're going to have somewhat decent quality for the price, but bikeride.com. I wonder whose site this is. Here's 16 reasons to or not to buy. That's terribly worded. They gave framed an 86, and then it says see it on the house, right? So when you see that, they're saying this is an 86 out of 100 with an affiliate link to buy this bike from the house. Big red flag, right? There's this other thing. Their website's bikedreviewed.com. This doesn't really answer your question, but hold on. I'm going off on a rant. They messaged me on Instagram. They wanted to do a post on my site so that they can get a backlink. It gives their website more credibility, and their website's like kicking my ass because they have stupid amounts of content and it's spread out so far. Like it's on the cheaper, lower quality bikes that you can get affiliate commission off Amazon. And the problem with this, in my opinion, is that they're just pushing bikes for the money. Like this is a terrible bike, right? But they're saying it's an 86 out of 100 so that people will buy it and they can make a little bit of money. And that's what pisses me off about this whole thing. And that's why, like, I wasn't cool. I could tell you to buy the Stranger Spitfire, like in that last video, and make a little bit of money, or I could tell you not to buy it because it's a terrible deal and not make money. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather go that route, and just tell you the truth about it and not make money, because I don't want you getting a bike like that and then having it fall apart and you'd be like, oh my God, this is terrible. But I'm going to steal kind of how this post structure. I really like this. So I'm going to start. Good job, Bike Ride. I'm going to borrow how you're doing that, but do it for better bikes. Anyway, I don't think framed bikes are that great. Just to answer the question, you should support core brands like Kink, Fit, We the People, Colt, Sabrosa, add in all of those core BMX brands. Framed bikes are going to be a lot cheaper. You can get decent quality, but they don't do anything for BMX. Yeah, Jared says Colony makes sick bikes. I think you bought a smaller one for your kid, right? You got a smaller Colony bike for your kiddo, and he's super impressed with it. I've been riding Colony, like I said, and one thing broke. So I bought Colony frame, forks, and bars. That was kind of the core makeup of my bike. And the only thing that cracked was the forks after 3 years. And the bars and the frame are still going crazy strong. Rolling Burrito says, hi, I just bought myself a brand spanking new Sunday Forecaster Park 2 weeks ago, and I was wondering what the most logical next upgrade would be. Thanks. That's Maka's signature bike. We love Maka. She's the homie from Chile. What the hell? Wait, so I ordered Ray-Bans like literally 3 months ago. They did not... They didn't send them, and I said, hey, what's up? They said, oh, we're out of these. And I was like, well, wouldn't that be like something you'd tell somebody before they order? And they said, yeah, well, we can just cancel the order. I said, okay. 3 months ago, guys, 3 months ago. And now I just got an email that said, hey, due to unseen circumstances, it's experienced internal system issue and was canceled. So I'm just now getting an email, but they're going to give me a 50% discount to your cart on my next order. So that's good. Maybe I'll get some sunglasses finally. That makes me mad. Like, how can a company like that be that bad? Anyway, so Maka's signature bike, this Forecaster Park, full chromoly, single wall rims. So that would be my next thing. I would look at upgrading the wheel set for sure. Your bars and forks would be something you would want to upgrade to, just because they're not full chromoly either. So go with the back wheel, get double wall back wheel first would be, so this is the order I'd go is back wheel, bars, forks, or forks bars. Either way, bars and forks right after the back wheel, and then a double wall front wheel, because that's not super important, but that is pretty helpful to have. But those would be the things I would do next. That's a solid bike, and like if you're just starting out while you're learning, you're not going to have too much of a problem with it. It's just good that the frame is full chromoly, because that's a good component to have full chromoly, so that you're only upgrading bars, forks, and back wheel instead of upgrading frame, which is hundreds of dollars. Melvin, what should I get with $700 budget? I'm 5'7", an intermediate level. Melvin, at 5'7", 20.75 inch top tube would be great for you, but I don't know what you like to ride. If you like to ride street, the Kink Switch is definitely the way to go. I think it's $600, so by the time you pay for shipping, if you have to pay for shipping and taxes, you'll be right around the $700 price point. I know Dan's Comp right now has free shipping over $100. And the Kink Switch isn't out yet, guys. None of Kink's higher end bikes are yet, but they're getting shipped out to shops overseas right now. So in the UK and Europe, and USA is next. So very soon we're going to have some 2022 Kink bikes. So just hang tight. I think those are going to sell very fast, but I think the Switch would be a good option for you. Just Chillin' is looking between 5 bikes and doesn't know what to get. It's between Colony Premise, Kink Switch, Sunday X Free Coaster, Sunday Forecaster. The best one that you listed out of those, the best quality, is going to be the Colony Premise. The Colony Premise, though, is more like, in terms of Dougster Bob's score, I think it scored a 5 in street, park, and dirt. It's pretty well rounded. It does come with hub guards, but no pegs. So, and the geometry is a little funky, but like not funky in a bad way, just odd, like 20.8 inch top tube. Weird. So it's very well rounded, and it's the best quality, in my opinion. The Kink Switch would be next, but the Kink Switch is very street specific. And So if you're street specific, go with the switch. If you're not sure what you are yet, get the premise and figure out what you like to ride more. And then the Sunday X, honestly, like I don't mind it, but it is a little overpriced for the quality you're getting. It's very expensive, and it's too, like they raised the price this year, but they also stepped the quality down just a tiny bit over 2021. So I'd keep it between the Kink Switch or the Colony Premise. Jared, that's super nice of you. He says, I think I'm going to gift my old MR1 frame to a teenager who rides at the wheel mill. He's so good, but his bike is a POS. Yikes. Dude, I did that for a kid. When I was in high school, I had some old parts, right? And I gave it to him for his bike. And then he quit riding, but he was so small, so young, but absolutely killer. Like, he could air, he had so much bike control, and so hooked him up, but he didn't like stick with the sport, and that's always sad. So just make sure if you're going to do that, don't have any expectations per se on him like sticking to it, because then you'll be disappointed, and it's kind of sad. But maybe he gets really good, turns pro, and you're like, hey, I helped you get there. Okay, Rolling Burrito put his question in. We got that again. Renee says, what do you think about frame geometry measurements like bottom bracket height and standover height? They really, like, from what I know, they don't matter a whole lot. I think the biggest thing you need to worry about is chainstay length, top tube, and then a head tube angle a little bit, only if it's oddly responsive or oddly mellow. Anything else is not, like bottom bracket height isn't going to change that much. Standover height, not really. A really low standover height is going to make tail whips easier. A really high standover height makes bar spins easier, but it's not a huge game changer. Yancho. Okay, cool. Now I got your name. Yancho says, or Attila. Oh, okay. Attila works good. He got the Colt Access for the first bike, but I feel like it might be a little too big for you. I want to upgrade to a custom build or just scale down to an 18. Yeah, so the Colt Access, if I remember right, it's 20.5. And if you're only 5'1", that's going to be way too big. So yeah, go with the Supernova if you can, or go with like the, yeah, even like a 19-inch flat would be okay. But when you get the 19-inch flat, you're going to get 20-inch wheels. And I really, really do think that like 18-inch wheels is the best way to go with a taller frame, like 18.5 or 18.75. Dude, you got to keep me like, I want to be able to follow you on Instagram and check out your progress. I think that's really, really sick, man. I'm hyped for you, because you're going to notice a big difference. Yanchu. Look, I tried to mix both your names. Yanchu. You're going to notice a big difference with that when you go back to the 18-inch or go down to the 18-inch. You're going to be like, wow, this is crazy. Just chilling through some $5 at me. Thank you so much, man. You guys are amazing. I love all of you. BMX sickness has to work. But yeah, thanks for hopping in, man. Thanks for running the great Facebook group. I know your group is helping grow the sport and helping everyone out. So it's amazing to see. Keep up the good work, dude. It's not easy. I feel you. Beaksaw says, can you candy bar? Absolutely not. Maybe if I had like 7-inch rise bars, I could, but my legs are really long, so it's hard to lift them up and get them over. It's really hard. Doge Durham says 180 bars on a cassette versus a free coaster. How much different do they feel? It seems like mini pros who ride cassette don't 180 bar so often, even though they can land one every time. It's um, it doesn't make a difference, honestly. The only difference would come into play when you're doing the fakie, and that's not like a huge game changer. Where it does make a little bit of difference is if you're doing like hop 180 bars, not at all. No difference, okay? You're going to land, you're going to fakie. Now, 180 bar down El Toro, let me tell you, I'd way rather do a 180 bar down El Toro with a free coaster and not a cassette, because you need to fakie really fast and you need to get on it. So yeah, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I think the biggest difference is the cassette riders just do a different style of tricks. Like, we like that type of riding. We like just it's a different style, I guess is what I'd say. Jake, I just remember, so Jake's comment went way out of view. Jake, I don't know if you're still here. He said 6K subs, which we hit just yesterday. So guys, thank you so much for that. All of you guys who have been subscribing, 6,000. Now my goal was 10,000 by now. We didn't hit it, but we got, that's pretty good. 6K in a few months is amazing. We'll hit 10K soon. And he said the quality looks good. I think it looks good too. So thank you, Jake. Thanks for that. Look, I'm finally down here at the bottom of the comments. So I feel so good to get caught up. And it's right at about an hour. So anyway, I'm going to finish if there's any last minute questions here. Yeah, so Matt says that the kink bikes are in stock in Canada, so I think the US is soon. I agree, Matt. So guys, just be patient. It's going to be very soon, and I'm so excited for it. I have the kink whip review ready to as soon as it's done, as soon as it's out. Just chilling. Just wanted to say thanks. I watch your videos all the time now to get informed about BMX stuff. Great content. Thanks again. Dude, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the community. I like when you guys say thank you, but honestly, I don't do too much. You guys like make this community everything. So it's you guys that bring it all together and make it happen. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. So you're welcome, but thank you. That's the real thing. Chromoly will rust. I think Ty will rust. I don't know. Like pretty much everything rusts, right? I used to have a bike rack on my old car, and I'd just leave my bike out there. It'd rain, it'd snow, it'd get cold, and my frame would break. So be careful with that stuff. Okay, Doge Durham sent me the link through Instagram, so I will definitely have to check that out. I'm excited about that for sure. Oh, BMX Sickness tagged me in a post on Instagram. Oh, look, he shared my live stream. Oh, how nice. Threw me in there. The live stream looks pretty good here on Facebook. Look, you guys are looking at me. Look at if I cover my face, you can see it. Oh, cool, huh? Okay. Titanium does not corrode. I stand corrected. Thank you, Jared. Guys, did the 19 viewers on YouTube, do you guys have any last minute questions? If not, I'm going to go eat some food. Thanks to all the donations. Guys, look, I made 15, 17 bucks. YouTube's going to take about half of that. So I'm going to go get a nice lunch because of you guys. Thank you so much. If there's no last minute questions, I'm going to hop off of here. I wanted to say one thing real quick. Again, thanks for 6K. Means a lot. Hopefully we can hit 10K soon. And yeah, Colony reviews are going to come out. Kink reviews are about to come out. And I'm going to try and hit the Rest of Strangers line. But one thing I did want to say, actually, if you guys are still looking for a bike, hold on. I should have been ready with this. Dan's Comp has We the People bikes back in stock. So if you've been holding out for a bike, check out some of these We the People bikes. The Battleship, the Revolver, the Envy, those are all amazing bikes, and they're in stock right now. They were out of stock, but they're back in stock. So act fast. I'm going to send you guys the link. Maybe. Hold on. Be patient. What'd you guys think? How'd the stream look today? Is it working good? Last time my audio thing died and I just talked for like 5 minutes without any audio. And then now I noticed I like to record the stream so I can take clips from it. I forgot to hit record. So I'm recording the audio, but not the video. And that's kind of a disaster because now the only thing I have is what's left of this stream. And I don't like that, but live and learn. There's an hour of wasted footage. Oh, well. Oh, well. Anyway, that's the link to the, oh, look, Short Kid says, can you give me some tips on pull-up bars? I don't know if you're still in here, but I missed that one. I can give you some tips. I hate pull-up bars, but like I said, that's the link for We the People bikes that are in stock. Pull-up bars are scary. The biggest tip that I have, I'm sure Lucas has some actually, but the biggest tip for them is put your foot on your back peg. And that's going to make it a little bit easier. Your back foot on your back peg. And wait, yeah. If you have a back peg on that side, anyway, put it on there and then you can pull up and you've got like a lot more control over it and you can throw the bars that way. That's really the only tip I'd give you, is putting your foot on the back peg gives you more control and more balance. So you could just toss them, but I hate pull-up bars. Sunday Freeze, yeah, guy. Whoever said Sunday Freeze, DeJoran, it's the best stem. I have it on my other bike, and it's killer. It's amazing. It's light. It's cheap, and it's strong. It's really strong. Keith says, "What's the best way to donate?" Keith, I think there's a link in the video. Let me see. I'm gonna grab the link if you want. You can super chats are fine. YouTube just takes a lot. If you guys use this one, the Streamlabs link, it goes straight to PayPal, so they don't scam me. But guys, don't feel like you have to donate. I appreciate the donations for sure, but I just appreciate having you guys here on the chat. Like, these lives would suck if no one was on the chat, right? This channel would suck if I didn't have any subscribers. So that's the biggest thing you guys can do. You guys do a lot for me just by being a part of the community. But that's the best way to donate, through that Streamlabs link. Okay, cool, guys. Well, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Just wanted to tell you about the 2021 We the People bikes. And as soon as I know anything about the kink bikes, I'll keep you updated. I'm going to try and do a stream on Sunday also, just because I have a lot of fun doing this with you guys. So stay tuned for that, but it might